Yeah, like you said, this Duke team, they have a good mesh of seniors and youngsters.
Well, you call on Toi down the right side of the lane, and this one's hard off the boards, and who else but Day Wilson to come away with it. Little stop and pop. That's going to rattle down for Taylor. She wasn't a part of the last matchup. She has the first points in this one. One thing you know when you look back at that contest about a month ago, two very different teams than when they last met.
Yeah, and although they're only shooting about 33% from behind the arc, this Duke team, they're going to keep taking them.
Cleaned up by Toi. She lays it in. Virginia does have its first advantage at 4-2.
Valladay or Toi can see the ball go through the bucket early on. They are better offensively, and they're being way more aggressive.
Well, the attack down the lane, something that Virginia wants to use. The layup for Day Wilson. She's in the scorebook that quickly. Side of the lane, good start for Toi. First Duke foul picked up by Williams there, and after the inbound, it's off the fingertips and in the hands of the Blue Devils, but they'll trade turnovers. And here comes Virginia in transition. Valladay decides to stop and pop.
Early on in the season, we saw her trying to take it all the way to the rack and sometimes coming up with charge calls.
Her ability to attack the basket tonight key, but that just was beautifully drawn up.
Duke also has a good pick and roll. We saw Jade Williams last time down here, down on defense. Appreciative of the moment you have to play, and right here, gets the ball strong on the block in a simple turn, and one.
Good start for Clarkson as she cleans the board after the good work on the other end. Now down the left side, with the will to finish is Valladay. Boy, just continuing to work closer is Clarkson. She would not be denied. So Duke, with a drought from the field that has gone 3.5, able to tack on one from the charity stripe, and Virginia trades it for 3 of their own. Here's a number of different units the Blue Devils have had to put together along the way in recent days. Move around the top of the key. It's looking inside, and positioning earned, and able to pick up the bucket and go to the line is McLean. Yeah, you got to watch Valladay out there. But the work done in the interior. It's McLean again. Just what is on the line for Duke. They sit 10th. You get to the 9 line, you miss the first day of the tournament in Greensboro. Get a little bit of a breather going into things, and are a part of the second day forward. Immediate impact for UVA in the 6 contests in which she has performed for the Charlottesville Crew. Trying to find the bucket and doing so and more. Scored in her first minute on the floor back on the 17th of November. Scores pretty quickly this go round in an ACC contest with the Blue Devils, and a wide open look underneath. Second chance look won't go for Virginia either. Somehow gathering it up and still feeding it for the bucket. The ESPN family of networks. Well, what an addition to the softball schedule that St. Pete Clearwater Elite Invitational has become to kick things off.
Is get her team on the level as some of the other athletic programs on campus, like the men's basketball team, as well as softball. Coach Lawson saw the others do it before her, and now she's doing it not with a different ACC program, but doing the same at Duke.
Coach Thompson, she said, no public displays are necessary. We both know the nature of our relationship. They were competitors in the WNBA, teammates. Their impact overall in this game. Out of the timeout, Virginia with a bucket to grow the lead to 8, and now in transition, Virginia looking as if they're going to have another, and they will as Toi lays it home.
We've seen Virginia play really good defense, and a lot of times there we saw them have a good contest, but Duke able to follow it up with a bucket.
And then Toi, this was what plagued Duke in the last meeting down the stretch that allowed Virginia to make it close. Second and third chance looks, and we've got a Blue Devil down at the top of the key. Plenty of time, 15 remains on the shot clock. Just under now a half minute remaining in the opening half. And that goes everywhere and eventually down. How about Toi's first half? Final seconds of the half. 3-ball needed for Duke. If nothing else, a lift toward the end of the half as Gordon knocks this down as it holds steady at 38-28. Takeaway by Duke. Here's a look way out front. Looked like that may be destined for Lewis. Instead, Taylor slows it up and lays it home. Here it's McLean. Gathers up the basketball and eventually lays it home. Okay, yeah, long time State coach, the Play for K game. So many of these teams providing that emphasis, and 7-7 around the leagues. Duke, we said it, sitting on the 10 seed line entering play tonight, but really in a position to crawl to 5th or 6th if things had gone their way down the final 4 games.
Possibly. This pick and roll game that they've played in all season long has been so effective against other teams. Haven't seen it too much tonight. That's just the second time that I've seen it as Amandine Toi knocks down the 3.
This is the time for Duke. This is the time at which Virginia really cut into the Duke lead in Durham. Blue Devils would like to return the favor right now in Charlottesville. From the field, 7 of 12 from the line tonight. Virginia still shooting at 45%, 19 of 42. Make it 20 of 43, and the 20th, huge. Pretty strong name, have to say. And not only is it a fun thing for this Duke basketball team, something that allows them to be a part of something bigger than the game that we've heard over and over again from Coach Thompson here at UVA, that the fact that Coach K has built what he's built, so much of the college basketball world will have focus on him. The emphasis on athletic success across all sports on both of these campuses, and in the case of Virginia here on grounds, it's the reason they landed these 2 head coaches, Lauren. Blue Devil basketball looking to get this thing back to 10, and that finish will do it.
That's the size that I'm talking about. All game long, we've seen this Duke team trying to score from the outside as we see Valladay come up with a big and 1 there.
Important possession for Virginia as they've been able to keep the double-digit lead in effect the majority of the second half, and they'll do so once more. Why not?
Not only have they played at all the levels, but they've also won at each level as well.
Having to navigate through some unusual circumstances in the early stages of both of their coaching careers. Virginia dribbling out its first ACC victory in 721 days with the way the calendar and the schedule over the last couple of seasons has shaken itself out.